Welcome to the second season of the Strength of the Day Master with the Bazi Queen. This Wu Yin Day Master presents a wee challenge when it comes to determining the strength of the Day Master, but again, nothing too difficult as long as we stick to the fundamentals. As always, we begin with the season. When you look at a Bazi chart, after the Day Master, the second port of call should be the season. Here we have a Wu Yin Day Master born in the month of Rat. Rat is part of the season of winter when water and wood are strong. So based on the season, this Wu Yin Day Master is a weak Day Master. Now, if you are afflicted by that strange need to try to avoid the assessment of a weak Day Master, you will immediately latch onto the Ding Si pillar in the hour and insist that this pillar can be used to justify a maybe not strong but not totally weak either conclusion for this Wu Earth Day Master. Fire, as we will recall, is the resource element of Earth and so technically supports Earth. One might also jump on the partial fire frame combination present in this chart in the form of the tiger and the dog to argue that this chart is also not weak, but maybe like low level strong. As I have mentioned in my videos in the past, we need to try to avoid the bias that comes from the word strong. Strong and weak are theoretical constructs with a view to serving a larger purpose, namely determining the favorable and unfavorable elements. Attempting to avoid the weak classification for psychological reasons often leads students down the wrong path and the wrong thought process when it comes to Bazi. There are going to be a lot of concepts further down the line that require an objective assessment. Wait till you get to the 10 gods and personality attributes. That will be a real test of your ability to avoid certain psychological inclinations. So the sooner you get down this path of being able to treat certain terms with a neutral perspective, the better you will progress when it comes to learning Bazi. Now let's talk about these apparent features in the chart that potentially throw doubt on the weak Day Master conclusion that is derived from the season. Let's take the Ding Si pure fire pillar in the hour. On the face of it, it would seem to lend strength to the Day Master. But the rather unfortunate reality is that whilst theory says fire produces earth, the reality is fire cannot really produce the earth required to form a mountain. Let's not forget, Wu Earth is the mountain. So the dirty little secret here is that Wu Earth specifically does not really derive strength from resource. And also, Bing fire does not actually produce earth. The sun doesn't produce anything. It is the source of growth for trees and the source of warmth for many other elements, but it does not produce anything literally. Now, there is no need to question your sanity just yet. This is merely yet another illustration of how Bazi has a set of basic principles and theories, such as the 5-element cycle, and then specialized exceptions based on each Day Master. In effect, every Day Master has a unique relationship with all its elements. Just like how we evaluate the strength of the Day Master, we primarily consider the season, but we recognize there are exceptions. To succeed in the study of Bazi, you need to be able to hold both the ideas in your head at the same time and not be freaked out. What about the fire frame combination from the dog and tiger then? Surely that contributes to something in the chart. Well, first, it's a partial combination and a separated one at that. So while there is no doubt that the fire element is not weak in itself despite the season, it would be false to assume that it is sufficient to convey strength to the Day Master. Now, how do we rationalize that fire is not weak, but the Day Master doesn't get strengthened as a result? If you have been following the second season of this Strength of the Day Master series, you would have observed that I have gradually been shifting the goalposts and expanding the discussion into favorable and unfavorable elements. I have then further expanded the discussion into the quality of the favorable and unfavorable elements. The strength of the Day Master is not the same as the strength of the other elements in the chart. In fact, it's important, regardless of whether the Day Master is strong or weak, that the elements that correspond with the favorable elements be of good quality or, if you like, strong. So back to this Wu Yin Day Master, which will go with being weak, because the season says so. That means the favorable elements are self, namely earth, and resource, namely fire. Fire, as we've established earlier, whilst not supported by the season, is not exactly a pushover either, thanks to the partial combination and the full fire hour pillar. What this means is that this weak Wu Yin Day Master has one very good quality favorable element that is right next to it. Whilst fire does not function realistically as a resource to Wu Earth in reality, that does not mean that this fire element is unable to make a contribution to this weak Wu Earth Day Master. The fire is performing a very important role of warming up this very cold chart and bringing illumination to the visual imagery of the chart, which is a stone cold mountain. That last bit is probably leaving you all in some confusion, but don't overthink it. The takeaway from this video is to appreciate 2 points. First, weak or strong is theoretical, and in Bazi, we are interested in pragmatic outcomes, not theoretical conclusions. Secondly, a weak Day Master should be viewed separately from the strength of the other elements in the chart. This has been the Strength of the Day Master series with the Parts Queen. See you in the next video.